Big stretch. Okay. I need to set timer. Alright. Came prepared this time. Just got out of the shower. Again. So, again, we'll be trying to pick out the new, easy, safe, big emotions. We'll be dissecting the headlines, the subject lines, and we will kind of break down each email, see how it goes. This had to be done. Sorry, not sorry. Super intriguing, you know. And he knows the people who are on his newsletter, so he obviously picks and chooses what his target is with each subject line. I generally don't put people on the spot like this, but someone, okay, yeah, cut it off. I genuinely don't put people on the spot like this, but someone asked, what about the frequency of your big four emotions? Sorry, just getting the lighting better. What about the frequency of the big four emotions? You have to cover them only once in a sales letter. You cover it one by one in a structured way. If you have to ask a question like this, that raises a giant red. Okay, fuck it, I'm going back. Because this is insane. A giant red flag frankly tells me you won't be able to make a dime without copywriting. If you don't immediately know exactly why that's the case, you should really check out today's video. Got some urgency right there. A little bit of a threat right there. A little bit of a threat right there. In this short video, I explained this terrible error in question without losing my cool. And I can offer the remedy for folks who aren't sure what to do next. So, a lot of really short, really potent building intrigue right away. Kind of like a dumb question in the front, but maybe someone had that, like maybe someone who's like, oh, well, I don't know what the answer to this question is, so they're just like, okay, I have a red flag, not worth a dime, immediately. It's good. It's really good. Everybody feels BS to me now. So another this is a Ben Sell one. Probably won't even be selling me. Well, maybe he will. Email player subscriber Jeremy Cohen. Isn't that guy famous? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Responds to my sale last month. Only paid subscribers saw and were able to take advantage of the email player's back issues. Ben, I just received my 6 issues of email players and I can't tell you how much I love your stuff. I discovered you last year when I had 3,000 people on my list and was making 3k euro with daily emails. But now I have 7,000 people and making 15k euro. I am now doing 2 euro per subscriber and on my way to 3. I have bought 4 books from you and I'm now at the point where I just want to buy all your books and I'm forcing myself not to buy before I pause and apply it for a few months. So, got some massive benefits right here. You can tell why he's putting it in there. Everyone wants to make money. Really great testimonial. Last year, I read your 2 backdoor techniques to grow your list, and immediately after that made a JV. A JV that doubled my business and my value. With List Swell, I've done a partnership with the JV and gained several hundred subscribers and ultra high quality clients. I also have a podcast coming next week with a YouTuber and others planned out according to the list building plan. With Brad Barbarian, I worked a lot on defining who I wanted to serve and who I don't want. It made me read Excelsior and discover how to use ghost creators. I am now working with 3 and try very hard to adapt what he is doing to my process. Another, like with this, it's awesome. With this, awesome. It's really just going straight into the benefits of kind of how these books have changed his life. 3, that's a number. Okay. I loved Social Liar for telling me I wasn't ready for community yet, but showing me everything I needed to do. And since Infotainment Jackpot, my blood is more fluid, my skin is clear, and my eyesight improved. So those are some tangible benefits that he got. Like, it's great. I'm learning so much from you these days, especially about world building. And now my wife is asking explanations to why I have a weird comic book about Dungeons and Dragons at home. It's crazy, but everybody feels bullshit to me now. Thank you so much for everything you do, for replying to every email I send, and for helping me become a better entrepreneur, husband, and person. I can't tell you enough how much a berserker I am. Take care, Jeremy. P.S. Do whatever you want with this. And that's what we do around here. So, all benefits, all great. He's basically saying he's improved his life in every facet. And that's awesome. Also, speaking of world building, I have taught many in-depth lessons on the subject, mostly in my El Benbo Press, Social Liar, and Brand Barbarian books, as well as a training I gave to the email player subscriber Brian Kurtz Mastermind last year. But I also do a short power lesson on it in the March Players issue. The deadline to subscribe in time to get it is today, specifically when I send it to the printer in a bit. That means if you want it, best hop on it. Urgency. Great urgency. Benefit right here. Mechanism. Nice. Now we got a steel throwing cowboy. Fucking Justin Waller, his email. Take control of your life. I want you to internalize these 5 words. Give me the fucking rock. In order to build a life of substance, you need to adopt an unbreakable, unshakable, and in some cases irrational sense of belief in yourself. Are you the guy, when an opportunity avails itself, huddles up in a corner and gives bullshit excuses to why he's not the man for the job? If you are, you need to take a good look at yourself in the mirror and ask, fuck, where'd it go? Okay, I guess I don't know how to copy and paste emails. Why don't I want that last shot? Why don't I want to control my situation? Okay, so pain. This is pain. He's putting me in my spot, making me think about what my dream spot is right here. In order to build a life of substance, you need to adopt unbreakable, unshakable, in some cases irrational sense of belief in yourself. Okay. Are you the guy? Hurdle gives corners, gives excuses to why he's not the man for the job. So kind of bringing me into the pain is like, are you this guy? If you are, you need to take a good look at yourself in the mirror and ask, why don't I want that last shot? Why don't I want control of my situation? You don't trust yourself. But then who else can you trust but yourself? No one. Absolutely no one. Then your only option is to grab the fucking rock, be disciplined, become competent, and ultimately achieve excellence. However, many of you aren't even aware of the fields you want to pursue excellence in. Don't worry, I got you covered. You got this, man. Yeah, good. It's nice. Brought pain, brought urgency, and then said, okay, now you have to do something. You know you have to do something, so here's what you're going to do. Listen to what I'm saying. I already did. Okay. The Preeminence of War. This is one from Andrew Tate. I've already read it, but it's obviously targeted at the people who he wants to listen to listen to the message that he's giving. And yeah. The world would be different after this war, whichever way it goes. He's kind of taking you on a journey throughout this whole thing. The world will be different, but you will be the same. There's some pain. The world keeps changing, and you keep staying in the same place, which is why you always lose. More pain. The winning position is constantly shifting. You need people that tell you where that position is. Kind of talking about someone's dream state, what would be their greatest ability or opportunity. It'd be, okay, where's the winning position? And then they'd be like, having people, you need eyes on the ground. You need a network. You aren't repositioning fast enough. And you aren't repositioning preemptively. More of the emphasizing their dream state. You didn't make life-changing money during the COVID pandemic. More pain, kind of alluding to what you can. You got life-changing right there. And that's money, that's a benefit. So life-changing is new. Did I forget? You didn't make life-changing money when the money printer went brr. Life-changing money. Why? Because you didn't do anything differently. Boom. You stay in the same place, work at the same job, positioned in the same investments. Right there. Pain. Emphasizing that everyone can see where the world's fucking going. But what are you doing to change it? You know, a lot of guys think like, okay, well, I'll buy some crypto, or, well, I just can't move right now, but eventually I will. I don't know why I'm having a difficult time focusing today. It's like I can't get my brain into it. Whatever. You don't react until most of the opportunity is gone. You won't make any life-changing money over the next year of events to come either. You're slow. No valuable friends. No network of any substance. You're alone trying to figure out the movement of a world filled with billions of people. You cannot be everywhere. Arrogance and ignorance assures you to fail. You fail to reposition properly over the next year. just like how you failed to find the winning position in the last 2 years. More pain. And you know no one of importance. You have no edge. And most of you are too stupid to understand the gravity of these words. Kind of singling out, like, well, I'm not stupid, so I must understand. Really, really good. You don't know what you don't know. You're letting your bloodline down. Kind of going into some of the urgency right there. Hey, you don't know what you don't know. And you're obviously in pain, because that's what this entire email was about. I want to find the winning position. There you go. Okay. How to flip the script on clients. Wait, am I like doxing myself right now? Yeah, I am. Okay, maybe I just won't post this one. Oh my gosh. I can't not see that whenever I smile. That's one thing I can't wait to fix. Because it's like when I go like this. Ah. Whatever. Okay. How to flip the script on clients so they value you more than you value them. Not long ago, an email player subscriber asked if you got any advice for handling commission-based freelance projects in terms of logistics. I'm wondering about the payment aspect of it. Specifically, protective measurements I can put in place. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, I don't get screwed over by the clients. They refuse to pay me and whatnot. My 3-prong attack answer. Charge a lot. Okay, wait. I need to go over that question again because I read it, but I didn't actually like absorb the information. Logistics. Payment. Protection of payment. Not getting screwed over after doing all the work and then not getting paid. Okay, 3-prong attack answer is 1. Charge a lot. 2. Demand at least 50% upfront. Preferably 100 if you can swing it. Payable by check or wire transfer only. Plus, work referrals from a high-class, honest clients is hard as main lead source, as birds of a feather really do flock together. High class. The problem with my answer is obvious though. How does one get away with charging a lot, making demands on terms, etc.? And it's a good question, especially for someone not very seasoned at it. Luckily, that is something March's email players list can help you with. It doesn't answer the question directly, but the question is answered, especially at how to possibly position one's business to be so in demand, so high value, so automatic. He went into a switch, now he's selling his thing, and he's going into the benefits of what he'll learn. How to possibly position one's business to be so in demand and so high value, you could potentially flip the script and maybe even demand more fees, get even better terms, and be even more valued. With advice more readily listened to, your work executed without long drawn out debates, etc., than you think is possible now. I cannot promise this, of course. A full 95% of the battle is up to you, but I do give the framework. the 5% for behavior and things you can do to start getting this kind of positioning. But time is short. I'm sending the March issue to the printer in just a little bit today. If you want it, hit the jump below immediately. Okay, I'm gonna read this, then I'm gonna go eat something, and then I'll come back, and it'll be like 2 seconds, but it'll be longer for me. Business World Building 101. Last year, email player subscriber Brian Kurtz invited me to speak at to his prestigious Titans Mastermind. The topic: the lost art of business and marketing and world building. It was quite well received from what I remember, and probably my next project. After I launched my upcoming book about building a feeding horde of buyers and clients using just the visual and design side of your business, will very likely be about world building. Maybe even some kind of small 4 to 5 people tops, closely held event locally, where I personally help attendees build their world. But that's later. For now, when I talk about world building in business, I talk about creating a world your customers, clients, leads, and even your haters and trolls enter and don't want to leave. It's like the children in the Narnia books. Once they go to Narnia, they don't want to go back to the real world. They also don't really talk much about missing their families or friends. If anything, when they leave Narnia, all they can talk and think about is going back. When not allowed back, one of them, Susan, even grew bitter and attacked Narnia and mocked her siblings for caring about the place. It is her bitterness at not being allowed back turned her into a troll. Listen there. So it is in business. Lesson there. I said listen. So it is in business. The idea is to create a world for your business your customers always want to be in 24/7. Ideally, they are constantly thinking about, constantly exploring, and constantly interacting with your world. When you do that, things like price, needing the best sales pitch or marketing, and the threat of any so-called competition all but evaporate. I rarely ask people to buy anything. First, I give the opportunity to enter my world. Then, and only then, do I give them the opportunity to buy. Some do, many don't. That's exactly how it should be. But once inside, I try to make it as hard as possible to leave, or really be anywhere else. This happens more for some than it does for others, but that's the gist of it. And in the spirit of the March Emails Players issue, world building is the thing I do that none of my competitors do. It's not just a matter of slapping the world planet next to your name or whatever. You can't just say it. You have to live it, do it, and become it. It's much bigger than your Google Analytics count. And it can't be swiped or tracked with any spreadsheet. More, it also literally the reason Willis exists. Reason why is because I did this in my personal life too, after getting divorced 10 years ago. It did not take all that long to get back in the game. And when I got especially good at applying world building to my romantic life. So, another huge benefit that I was already successfully using in my business life. I often had multiple prospects competing for my attention. Wink. Not in a Fonzie or even an Austin Powers kind of way. Anyone who knows me will tell you I'm not exactly the life of the party, but a small, carefully curated way. Incidentally, Stefani won the game handily over her competition. And again, Willis quite literally would not exist right now if I hadn't done this. If you doubt me or think I'm just engaging in puffery here, go ahead and ask her. She saw my world, wanted it, and sold me what I was buying to secure her place in it. Meaning she was always pleasant, respectful, grateful, and had a dedication to helping me achieve my goals and mission no other woman had ever even come close to displaying. A few did at first, in some cases. Fucking Christ, it's a long one. A few did at first, in some cases. But over time, their true colors emerged, and the SALP system came out. That is inherent in nearly all women. It's not really SALP, it's just solipsism. Solipsism is like they're self-centered around the entire world, which I guess a lot of them are. But from what I've read in the Bible and in like actual text that I believe, they're of the world. So they care what everyone thinks. They care about that. You can actually use that as a tool. But it's also going to take your energy away from focusing on what you need to focus on. That's the trade-off. Yet Stefani was in my world, realized she liked it there, and never left. She quite likes how I'm always pursuing a new ambition, always climbing to the next goalpost, and I've built a lifestyle where I never want to leave or travel anywhere. Don't know about that one. That may or may not be you. Be what you are about, and that's fine. It's your world, Spanky. You build it, populate it with what you prefer, and reign inside it as you see fit. I do think it's funny how I warned my entire Upembos Lair Facebook group of this once, so the chicks in there who were interested in me knew it before coming into my world. The woman had always gained weight when dating me. Not because of stress, just the opposite. For lack of exercise or bad diet. What time do you gotta